Hey, Sierra Frost here with Invitation Wellness. I think that this is a really very vulnerable thing to be talking about. I'm still not sure if it's a great idea or not, but I know that I committed to being really vulnerable and authentic in me, and so I'm doing it. Yesterday, I felt suicidal, and I'm safe, and I want to be really clear on that. But what's really coming up for me right now is the idea that I know a lot about mental health. I teach a lot about mental health. And still, I am really scared to be saying this on camera. Like, what if people judge me? What if they think I'm just saying it to get attention? What if people think that I am going to die? What if people think that I can't be an effective coach because I have my own mental health challenges? What if all kinds of things? And one of the most difficult pieces of mental health is the stigma, and is not talking about it. And sometimes people talk about feeling suicidal, and usually it's after that's over. And I just in my head wanted to say, I felt that yesterday, and today I feel numb, and I might feel worse later, and I might feel better later. I don't know. But I want us to be able to talk about it when it's happening, because that's when it matters a lot. It's good to talk about afterwards. I don't have a problem with that. That's also great. And we have to be able to talk about it while it's happening. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here right now, I think, is because I have a group of people. I have a crisis plan. I have instructions. I have lists of things that help me if those things happen. And so what my question is it okay for me to feel suicidal, like I don't really want to live anymore? And can I also feel grateful and in awe of all of the amazing things happening in my life at the same time? Can we allow ourselves to be held and cry and feel defeated and still be strong? Can we allow ourselves to be vulnerable and take care of ourselves and not think that we're being victims? My client and I were talking this morning about the idea of kind of feeling like we have to be sick, so we create sickness, or a piece of me right now, if I'm being totally honest, doesn't want to feel better because I recognize that I need some rest. I need to be able to just do nothing and to just be in nature or with my friends or alone or whatever. And socially, that doesn't feel acceptable. What I feel like I should be doing is working and volunteering and helping and cleaning my house and making sure everything is in order the way that society tells me my life should be. And if I'm suicidal, I should probably go take some medication or admit myself to a hospital. And that's not what I'm choosing to do. I'm choosing that I might feel better, and even if I do feel better, that I can still have the choice to rest, and I can still have the choice to do nothing, and I can still acknowledge the strength in talking about these feelings while they're happening. And I'm safe. I want to be really clear on that. Anyway, so can we be both? Can we hold space to be all of these things at the same time and allow ourselves to have that experience? And this isn't to say that everyone experiences mental health challenge or feeling suicidal in the way that I do, because we're all different. And I have worked really, really hard to get to the space where I'm able to talk about it this calmly and reach out for help when it happens and know that all these things are in place. And sometimes I don't look like this. There were times yesterday that I couldn't stop crying, and that I didn't show up to things, that I canceled things because I needed time and I needed space. So I guess that's it. I just wanted to come on and be naked in public and say, can we be strong while we feel like we're suffering? And can we acknowledge the self-love that is taking care of us while the world tells us that we're playing victim, or whatever messages you've received. I know that for me, I've had many people that I considered really great close friends say things like, when are you going to get over your childhood, because that's what this is about, or what do you get from acting pathetic or pouting, or when why don't you just buck up and you'll feel better if you go to work, or all of these things that on paper we're like, oh yeah, I would never say that. Well, the truth is that it's really easy to say those things to each other. And so just encouraging asking questions in a way that is curious. Someone yesterday that I was talking to was really great. He just kind of said, like, I told him, he sent me a message about something, and I said, yep, I'm going to get to that, and I'm having a hard day. And he said, yeah, what's going on? And I said, I'm feeling suicidal today. And he was like, oh man, okay, well, what are you doing and where are you? And he just started asking me questions about like what my environment was like, and that was really helpful. There was no judgment, there was no trying to fix what was happening. It was just like, okay, tell me more about what your experience is like right now. So if you are around someone who might be struggling, that's an option for you to do. Just ask some really practical questions and then offer some practical help. Do you need some food? Can I do some laundry for you? Do you want me to bring you a movie to watch? There's a lot of different ideas, but I think a lot of times we overthink it and we think that we have to be therapists or emotional health counselors that fix the world or fly in with our capes. And the truth is that I am not uncommon, and even though I felt scared to make this video and wonder if I'll be judged by it, it's not enough to stop me from letting everyone else out there know that this happens, to people who know all about it. And I'm willing to allow myself to be both, and I'm willing to give you permission to be both if you need it.